Hello again, boys and girls. I'm ready to read another story for you. And this story is very interesting because it's going to tell us a little bit more about the reason why we can't be at school right now and why all of the favorite restaurants that we go to are drive-through only, why we can't go inside of them, why sometimes our mommies and daddies say that we can't go outside to play anymore because it's not so safe, why we also have to make sure that we're washing our hands, using our hand sanitizer, and making sure that we keep our coughs and sneezes to ourselves so that we don't spread germs to anybody. So this book is all about what's called the coronavirus. Hello, I am a virus, cousins with the flu and common cold. My name is coronavirus. I love to travel and to jump from hand to hand just to say hi. That's how we spread other germs, isn't it, boys and girls? When we give high fives, we shake hands, maybe we touch toys that other friends have been touching and we haven't washed our hands. That's how we can spread germs. Germs from our mouths and our noses and germs that we've touched in other places. If we haven't washed our hands and we haven't used hand sanitizer, chances are we're going to spread germs to each other, just like this germ is spreading all around the world right now. Have you heard about me? Yes or no? I have. Have you heard about the coronavirus? Have mommy and daddy and grandma and grandpa told you anything about it? If not, now you're getting to learn a little bit about why we're not able to go to school. And how do you feel when you hear my name? Do you feel relaxed? Like everything's groovy? Kind of like Pete the cat, right? Do you feel a little bit confused? Like you don't totally understand why we can't go to school or why it's so important for restaurants to be closed or for us to make sure we're washing our hands even better. Maybe you feel a little bit worried because you don't really know what to expect. You don't know how long we're going to be out of school. And maybe you don't totally understand why you can't go outside to play with your friends right now. Maybe you're just curious and you want to learn more about it. Your mommies and daddies and grandmas and grandpas can help you to learn some more about the coronavirus if you have any more questions after this book is finished. You might feel nervous. Guess what? A lot of adults feel nervous too, and that's okay. This is something new for all of us, all around the world. It's not something that any of us have really experienced before, so we're all learning new things about it every day, and we're all doing our best to try to make it go away so that nobody else has to get sick and so that we can all go back to doing the things that we love to do. Or maybe you might even feel kind of sad. You might feel sad that people are getting sick. You might feel sad that you can't go do the things you used to love to do. But don't worry, no matter how you feel, we're all going to get through it together. I can understand that you might feel, right here we could draw a face of how we're feeling. If I were to draw a face on this to show how I'm feeling about the coronavirus, right now I'm mostly feeling kind of, how does that look? How do I feel right now? Can you make a face like that with me? I feel sad because I don't get to see my friends. I don't get to go to school and be with all of you. And I don't get to see all of the awesome teachers that I normally get to work with. I just get to talk to them on videos right now. So that's okay because we're staying safe. But I do feel pretty sad. I feel sad that some people are getting really, really sick. I'm really happy though that nobody that I know is getting really sick and we're all doing our best to stay safe. Sometimes adults get very worried when they hear me on the news or see me on TV. Look, coronavirus is super excited to see himself on the TV. But your mommies and daddies, when they see him on the TV, they don't get very excited. We only get excited when there's good news, that people are being cured, they're feeling better, and that we don't have to be quite so safe about things anymore. People over in China, they're starting to get a little bit better now. So things are starting to look up. In the United States, where we live, it's still looking a little bit sad, and we're still trying to figure things out. But the whole world is working together to try to help find a cure for this so that everybody can stay healthy and we can get rid of that nasty bug coronavirus. All right, he's ready to explain himself. He says, I'm going to explain myself so you can understand. When I come to visit, he's coming on his airplane, I bring difficulty breathing. Sometimes when our friends who have asthma, when they start to breathe heavy, that can be sort of what it's like when the coronavirus comes. Don't worry, if you're running around and you get a little out of breath, that does not mean that you have to be afraid. But that's one of the things that could happen if you're getting sick. Also, a fever. When mommy or daddy takes your temperature and it goes really high and your head feels hot, sometimes that can mean that you're starting to get sick. Also, if you have a cough, remember, put it in your cough pocket or your vampire sleeve so you don't pass on those germs. But that's another way that you can tell that you're starting to get sick. Now, boys and girls, if you have any of these things, or if anybody in your family has any of these things, you don't have to be scared because they might just be sick. Guess what? There is pollen outside in the air. If you see lots of yellow on the ground from the leaves and the trees and the flowers, that's called pollen. And a lot of people have allergies. So it's nothing to worry about. Your parents are there to help keep you safe, just like your teachers are there to keep you safe at school. And remember what your job is? It's to help keep it that way. So don't you worry. Your parents will help keep you safe, and they'll help make you feel better if you start feeling this way at all. Guess what the good news is? He says, I don't stay with people forever or for very long, and almost everyone gets better. Just like when you get a scrape on your knee and it heals. Remember, we talked about how your skin can heal itself. If you get a scrape, new skin comes over it. So that's kind of what this is like. When you get sick, it's like if you have the cold, or maybe you got a tummy bug and you didn't feel very well, but we always get better, don't we? So that's what the coronavirus is saying. Almost everybody gets better. And there he goes, he's packing his bags because he can't stay any longer. Don't you worry. The adults who take care of you, all of you, will help to keep you safe. Like I said, your teachers at school are there to keep you safe, and it's your job to help keep it that way. Your parents at home, in your family at home, are there just like your school family to keep you safe, and it's your job to help keep it that way. Here's how you can help. You can help by washing your hands with soap and water while you sing a song. One of the best and easiest songs that everybody knows that you can sing in order to make sure you're washing your hands long enough is singing the happy birthday song. So let's practice it together. You get water on your hands, you put the soap on your hands, and then we're going to scrub. Remember, we scrub the insides of our hands, we scrub the outsides of our hands, and we scrub in between our fingers so we make sure we get all the spots. And while we wash, we're going to sing, Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Miss Campbell, happy birthday to you. I can rinse my hands, and my hands are nice and clean. Another way you can help is by using hand sanitizer and letting it dry on your hands. So I have my hand sanitizer here, and I'm going to show you what we do. We get a pump of hand sanitizer. I'm going to rub it into my hands just like when I'm washing my hands. I'm going to rub the insides, the outsides, and in between my fingers. And I'm going to count to 10 while I do that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Guess what? My hands are still a little bit wet. I don't want to touch anything yet because the hand sanitizer hasn't dried. So I'm going to count to a quick 10 while my hand sanitizer dries, and then I'll know that I'm good to go and play again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now my hands are dry, and if they still have a little bit on them, I can pat them on my pants, and I'll be just fine. All right, what else can we do? Oops, upside down. If you do all that, I will not come to visit, while the doctors work hard to find a vaccine that will allow me to say hi without getting you sick. So this germ bug coronavirus could come and say, hey, what's up, guys? But guess what? He won't get you sick because the doctors are working super duper hard to make sure that they have a cure for it. So if you do your job, make sure you keep your hands clean, keep them out of your mouth, keep them out of your nose, and make sure you're not touching things that other people are touching with all those germs, then you're going to stay safe and healthy, just like the rest of your family. And that is the end. Parents, I'm going to put the link here if you'd like to pull up the story for yourself so that you can look at it again. But this is a really great reference for you guys to get to know a little bit more about the coronavirus. And we're going to be doing a directed drawing very soon so that we can draw our very own germ bugs and try to see what we might think that the coronavirus looks like. All right, that's all for now, friends. Goodbye.